Dear students, you are welcome to rcschemistry.com. This is first video in a series in which I would like to discuss some basic concepts of solid state chemistry. In fact, today we shall discuss the types, their numbers and locations of voids in a close packed unit cell. Remember, simple cubic and body center cubic unit cells do not constitute a close packed structure, but face-centered cubic and hexagonal close packed unit cells constitute close packed structures. Hence, we shall discuss the types of voids and their locations in FCC unit cell. But first of all, we must understand what are the important types of voids a unit cell can have. There are two important types of voids that we wish to discuss today. They are octahedral and tetrahedral voids. What is an octahedral void? An octahedral void is that where if we put an atom or an ion, then it would be immediately surrounded by 6 atoms or oppositely charged ions octahedrally, so that the coordination number of the gas atom or ion becomes 6. Similarly, a tetrahedral void is that where we put an atom or ion, then it would be immediately surrounded by 4 atoms or oppositely charged ions, so that the coordination number of gas atom or ion becomes 4. Further, as a matter of rule, which we shall justify soon, if number of particles per unit cell in a close packed structure be equal to n, then the number of octahedral holes in its unit cell will be equal to n, but number of tetrahedral holes will be double, that is 2n. Well, let us start our discussion with the FCC unit cell. Here is a two-dimensional figure for FCC unit cell. You will find that in this figure, all the corners are occupied by yellow particles, and all the face centers are also occupied by similar yellow particles. Therefore, this becomes a FCC unit cell. A FCC unit cell has 4 number of particles per unit cell. It is very easy to understand. Since each corner is shared amongst the 8 unit cells, therefore only 1/8 of this particle is available to this unit cell. Hence, contribution of particles from the corners will be 1/8 into 8, that's equal to 1. Similarly, a face center is shared between the 2 unit cells. Therefore, only half of this particle will be available to this unit cell. Since there are 6 face centers, so contributions of the face centers will be 3 and contribution of the corners will be 1. It makes it clear that total number of particles per unit cell will be equal to 4. Now, In another figure, we shall discuss the number and locations of octahedral holes in a FCC unit cell. Here is second figure, in which again the yellow particles are constituting a FCC unit cell as it was in the first figure. Now, first of all, we shall concentrate upon location and number of octahedral hole. Look here, this is an edge center. Since in an FCC unit cell, the two particles along the edge occupying the corners cannot touch each other. Therefore, there is a vacant space. This space, or a hole, or a void, whatever you like you can call, is an octahedral void. Why? Because if you put a particle, say a blue particle is put over here, then this particle is immediately surrounded by 6 yellow particles. Let us see where they are. Look here. Number 1, 2, 3, and 4 at equal distance. These 4 particles are in contact with this particle in its own unit cell. Then where are the 5th and 6th particle? The 5th particle will be just in front of this, and 6th will be in front of this, when this unit cell expands to form a space lattice. Therefore, we conclude that in a FCC unit cell, each edge center is an octahedral hole. Since there are, you can count 12 edge centers, it means, should there be 12 octahedral holes? No. Since each edge center is shared amongst the 4 unit cells, therefore only 1/4 of this void is available to this unit cell. Therefore, the contribution from the edge centers would be 12 into 1/4, that amounts to 3. Then where is the 4th octahedral void? For that, look here. At the center of this unit cell, this blue point, this blue dot, or a particle you put over here, it will be immediately surrounded by 6 yellow particles. It's quite easy to see here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Therefore, this void is an octahedral void. It is not shared with any other unit cell. Obviously, this is the property of this unit cell. Hence, the total number of octahedral voids in an FCC unit cell would amount to 3 from edge centers and 1 from the center of symmetry. The total becomes 4. So, it is justified that the number of particles in a close-packed unit cell is equal to the number of octahedral holes in it. Let us now concentrate upon a tetrahedral hole. Here is a third figure. Look here. This is also a FCC unit cell made up by yellow particles as usual. Now, look here. This is a mini cube bounded by red edges, red lines. In this mini cube, you will see that alternate corners are occupied, not all the 8. And it is a matter of geometrical fact that if you remove alternate particles from a cube, then remaining 4 particles will constitute a tetrahedron. So this mini cube is in fact constituting a tetrahedron, the center of which is a vacant space. That is a tetrahedral void. So how many tetrahedral voids there can be? It is quite easy to see into this figure that there can be such 8 mini cubes. 4 will be at the floor and 4 will be above the floor. Each mini cube will be a tetrahedron or other constituting a tetrahedron, the center of which will not be shared by any other unit cell. Therefore, a FCC unit cell will have 8 tetrahedral holes in it, which is just double the octahedral holes, just double the number of particles a FCC unit cell has. So it's all about the number, type and locations of octahedral and tetrahedral voids in a FCC unit cell. Now, with this much of knowledge, I will go towards the construction of a unit cell for rock salt structure like sodium chloride, a ionic salt.